Attention creators and small brands. Buy a domain, get some hosting, install WordPress. Don't bemoan about bloated software, legacy code, or that WordPress is too complicated. Start learning the software all over again. Invest time into it. Play with it in the browser before you do anything else if you want to see what you're getting into. We're watching another social media platform burn. Ashes comprise of our followers and years of content. My business of publishing WordPress news is getting hit with a steady decline of referral traffic from what was a major source of readers. I'm forced to be on Mastodon, LinkedIn, and Facebook again. How many lessons must we learn about rented land, feeding platforms that want our content to run a cash machine for advertising profits? No more excuses. It's time to learn WordPress, invest in open source, and become part of the community. We took open source for granted. It's easy to look back at the 5 years and point fingers at Gutenberg or full-site editing for piloting us all in a direction we originally didn't want to go in, or to be cautious when there's only one very influential person calling the shots, especially when he's also the CEO of 2 large tech companies and responsible for dozens of other products. Josepha, Haden, Chomposy recently restated the 4 freedoms of WordPress in 2022 State of the Word. The freedom to run the program for any purpose, the freedom to study how the program works and change it so that it does your computing as you wish, the freedom to redistribute copies so that you can help your neighbor, and the freedom to distribute copies of your modified versions, giving the community a chance to benefit from those changes. Name a bigger piece of software that has the presence of WordPress with a more diverse set of users. From engineers to mom-and-pop pizza shops, WordPress touches a lot of humans. A community-driven effort that, for the most part, is 99% made in public accessible channels. Slack, GitHub, WordPress.org, meetups, WordCamps, etc. When was the last time you rang Tim Cook about your struggles with iOS? Elon about Twitter Blue? Not perfect, but it's the closest thing humanity has to a town meeting for a utility app that empowers us to broadcast to the world. Twitter Exodus should be the last warning you need to invest in a blog, a podcast, a newsletter, most importantly, RSS. The flaws you don't like. Yes, WordPress is complex for a large percent of the user base. It costs money in licensing, hosting, and professional services. But on the other hand, thousands of people contribute to it, make awesome stuff for it, and create educational material to support it. An amalgamation of plugins and themes to solve one problem 1,000 different ways. Everyone has a way of doing WordPress. It's no different than getting a second opinion on a bathroom remodel. That's not the way I'd do it, the contractor would shout. The messiness is the beauty we share in WordPress. Adopting change. If I could only reclaim all of the hours I spent trying some shiny new CMS only to come back to WordPress because of Gravity Forms, the baked-in user management, or the flexibility of content management. There's a comfort in this app. What's old is new again, except for maybe the users. The next 2 years will cement a place for the blue-collar digital workers, the handy person of WordPress. Elite programmers and RISD design graduates aren't going to be happy, but we are the next generation of builders in the WordPress space. This new generation might not love the software or the community like us, but they will look at WordPress as a necessary tool to build an online presence decentralized from the legacy social media sites. Like QR codes in the last few years, RSS will have a massive resurgence in educating a group of people on how your content can be accessed across the web on a protocol level. The key to escaping walled gardens. Why I love WordPress, and you should too. This isn't a competition over which blogging experience is better or which code base uses less compute power. It's about a piece of software, when invested in, shields you from the downfalls of social silos scrambling to absorb our art for profit. Build a blog, a portfolio, a web app for free. Head to a WordCamp and meet others. Take part in open Slack meetings. This community is the best part of WordPress. Your investment will be in the most important piece of software for humanity throughout the next decade.